Mhm.
All right.
No one really knows the theme yet, right? You just
I
posted a
haven't
really
seen any.
cryptic.
I haven't
really
seen
cryptic
anybody guess
message.
this. I figured by that last preview I just
No,
posted like an hour ago.
Someone guessed the Simpsons. Someone guessed the Simpsons.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's thinking it's the Simpsons.
The
the
first
Simpsons.
image, which sadly is not
Oh,
not coming. People thought it was Rambo.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. Make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. Let us know in the comments you're here. We got some exciting stuff to show you guys.
Leon hot mic'd us again.
Yep.
No, hot mic, Jay. Told you we're going on.
I was still asking you to change something.
Welcome, everybody.
Well, 7, number 1.
He's got those notifications on lock.
Andrew Branch. What it do? I want to message Robert. Robert said, yeah, he wanted to tune in, but he probably forgot by now.
So everyone thinking it's who was the Simpsons, but surprise. Surprise.
Not yet.
And I gotta say, nobody mocks up hats like our boy Danny V here with the Leonardo da Vinci blueprints. I like it.
And these were the ones that, since this was technically the first pack that I did, these were the ones that actually took more time drawing them out.
No, I like him. I'm impressed now. I can't draw for shit. I'm artistic, but I can't draw.
Leon's that guy right behind the Views from the Vault sign.
Oh, E Honda? Yeah, for sure. I have E Honda collection. I have a lot of E Honda stuff on.
Jason is the guy with the red gi. You know what you call
Ken,
it?
Ken,
I'll take it.
Danny?
Did you see this?
I don't know, Danny. Oh, Danny, you're the guy
Nice.
next to Jason.
Ryu.
Got some folks pouring in here. We'll get it. We'll get this going. You hit that like button, everybody. See, we're sitting at got 25 people in here. Got 11 likes.
Nice.
We can let's get that. Let's get that to 25 likes. How about that?
I don't think people are prepared to see what they're going to see.
No, they are not. I know I wasn't.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jason. I kept it kind of like in the dark to everyone except Pierre.
That's okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I'm like a steel trap.
There was no leaks. I can confirm.
Well, it's different. If it's like a store, it's different. I'll share with you guys. But like someone that's creating something, they say don't tell anybody. I'm not telling anybody.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
All right, so we're sitting here. We have 16 likes, 35 people watching. Hit that like button, everybody. And just as a reminder, if you're not already subscribed, we're 300 away from 10,000 now. We're at 9,700 subscribers now. Not too bad for a little hat channel.
Not too bad. For
Right.
a couple of Americans who need to spend more time with their wives and children.
Yeah, remember that?
Why?
They question my time, the amount of time I spend with the wife I don't have, and the children that don't want to be around me anyway because they're teenagers.
My wife appreciates it when I do videos.
I am going to see Spider-Man tomorrow with my son, though.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Good time.
Yeah, 3 p.m. tomorrow, man. I'll be watching some Spider-Man with my son.
They have banned popcorn and concessions in Canada here. They don't
Jesus
want you
Christ.
taking off your mask while you're in the movie theater.
Jesus.
Listen, man, the sooner we come to grips with this is our new reality, the better off we're all going to be.
Mhm.
Listen, I got into a huge discussion today about something. I don't want to get too deep in there, but we got a couple minutes here. Like the vaccine was meant to hinder some of the like passing of this on to one another, but its main purpose was to make it so COVID wasn't deadly to those that got it. So
Right.
like, I think people thought that this was going to be the end all be all. If you got the vaccine, you were fine. No, you're less likely to catch it, but the real reality was it was created to make sure that people didn't die when they got it. And it's been pretty effective in that respect.
Mhm.
But in all honesty, like if you get a flu shot, you can still get the flu.
Mhm.
I mean, this is our new reality, man. It's a new thing that we're going to have to vaccinate for yearly, and be careful.
Yep.
I'm just so sick and tired of the back and forth with this stuff.
Yeah.
You know. But let's have a positive unveiling.
Okay.
I'm excited about this. I love this stuff.
Yeah,
Me
this
too,
is
man.
yeah. I'm more excited to show everybody. I know Danny is.
Yeah, Danny worked hard on these, so
Yeah, he did.
I'm excited to show these things off because I think you're right, Leon. The diligence in how he mocked these up is impressive in itself.
Yeah, I'm into it, man. It's like hat porn.
Yeah.
But this might be an example. It might be. Don't quote me. But there might be some people like, oh, I posted this mock-up. I posted this mock-up up like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Or 3 months ago.
Oh man,
kinda
people got on
understand
me
the
about that.
process.
People got on me about that too. Listen, I have politely told people off to the side, don't share. Like Danny
Yeah.
did this right because Danny trusted me, shared it with me, showed me, and he's like, "What are your thoughts?" I love these things, man.
Mhm.
And you know, I'm not going to share with anybody, but when you put it out for the public to see, man, you're asking for people, even subconsciously, to take something. They may not even remember where they saw it, but then they start doing something. You know, it's just I don't know, man.
Yeah, and that's not to suggest Danny saw something and whatever. I'm just saying, you know, now it's like you're laying this fake claim on something that could have been in the works.
That's the worst
Right?
part about it.
So like
Somebody
I
will
don't know.
slap a design together, throw it up on Instagram, and then a store releases a hat that uses the same colors, and all of a sudden, oh, I made that one. No, you didn't. You didn't at all.
I think
No,
that was
but I like the creativity. It's inspiring. I mean, there's some good
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
about it,
sure,
but I think
absolutely.
try to play it close to the vest, man, because I do want to see those things come out. I just don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
during this whole time there was, I'll admit, a genuine fear that someone else came up with this idea. I mean, it's
Yeah, you asked me, right?
everybody knows Street Fighter, so it was a strong chance that might have happened, and so I was kind of dreading that.
Yeah, but if it does, it does. If it happens organically, it happens. It happens. I mean,
Yeah.
it
You
happens
did
a lot. Yeah, it
you
happens a
did-
lot with other designs. And
Yeah.
sorry, Pierre, I didn't mean to talk
No, it's
over you.
okay. No, it's okay. You
Yeah,
did a great
there's-
job with these, man.
There's some other designs that I've kind of sketched out, but nothing that I like pushed forward. And there's a few of them that I've seen come to fruition with other shops. So I understand that, a lot of us are going to have common interests and inspirations, and it's going to overlap.
Yeah. Amongst creative people in creative stores, sometimes it naturally does, like you've seen the stuff happen with the candy pack or beer packs and stuff like that. Multiple stores did similar themes. I get it.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Ready?
All right, let's do it.
Welcome to the Vault, guys. This is a very exciting episode. We're here to provide you some exclusive content. So Leon, Jason, and Pierre here. We're joined by our good friend Danny V. So Pierre, take it away.
And Danny V. First, Danny, I want to thank you for being a part of our show. You're like part of the extended family of Use in the Vault, right? So you do majoring in the minors, and we're gonna film one of those episodes later and unleash that on the world next week. But man, listen, I love having you as part of the family, but also what we're about to show off, I'm pretty impressed with. Now, you shared this with me quite a while back. You had a Simpsons pack that you had mocked up. and everyone thought this was going to be that, but there was one that was kind of a little bit more silent, right? And that was this Street Fighter pack that was kind of done below the radar. And it's a mix. There, you know, there's some major league and there's well, predominantly minor league, which is pretty cool. Because we have what do we have? We have two
So,
major league hats and three minor league hats in this 5-pack. But I want to give you a chance to just briefly share your creating process before we go through. We'll show the mock-ups and then I have the actual hats in hand to show off. So I'd love to go through that if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So Jason, you want to bring up the slideshow while we're doing this?
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
So Danny, why don't you talk through your creative process?
So Street Fighter. Everybody loves Street Fighter. And most people grew up on it, at least in probably our age group, but even younger generations, because they've released, you know, different editions and sequels and expanded the character roster since then. And that just came to me. And good thing that you chose this slide too, because Guile was actually the first one that came, similar to Bart with The Simpsons. This one just popped into my head. I thought of Guile's attack, which is Sonic Boom, Sonic, Seattle. The colorways just came there. And then once I put it together with the sketch, and that's the very first sketch that I came up with, that was Guile to me. Even with the American flag, I know most people would not want that on their hat, but there's no way that you could make a Guile hat without that American flag tattoo that he has on there.
Some people want it, but don't sell that too short, because there's a lot of folks out there that love having the American flag on their hat. I know some people may not, but I think this one's fantastic, man. I think you did a great job with this one. And Jason, I gotta give you some kudos here too.
Yes.
For slapping together some good backgrounds on these, man.
So I've been dropping the teasers throughout the week, and if anyone's already guessed it, the teasers were real world corresponding levels to the characters.
No, this was all Danny. Danny curated all this stuff. I just slapped it up on the screen.
Oh, the stuff in the background too?
Yeah, that was all Danny. Danny got all that stuff.
Oh, Danny, sorry, man. So Jason, thank you for copying and pasting it into Keynote.
Great job though.
I did drag them around and try and size them properly.
Good placement.
Yeah, and listen, I'd be remiss.
That was the hard part of this whole process.
Yeah. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up, this is a collaboration with Danny V with Sneakertown, who is one of our favorite vendors out there from a side hustle perspective. So we always call those sneaker stores that are really doing a great job with hats. We call the hat piece their side hustle, and they certainly make it feel like it's their bread and butter. How good the stuff is that they're coming out with. But this is a fantastic one, Danny.
This was my first exposure to the selection as far as the embroidery and the colors and everything. I of course want to give a huge thanks to Kenny and the team at Sneakertown in believing in me from that initial conversation that we had, and reaching out to me and saying let's work together, and I wanted to do something special. I mean, at that point, Kenny just knew me as the guy that was just buying every Marlins hat that dropped. So I didn't want to just do a special, like a different Marlins colorway. I wanted to do something that was, something inspired. And that's a nod to everything that, John, Jay with My Fitteds, and, of course, Just and T800 John, with just coming up with ideas and concepts to put together packs, as opposed to just slapping any kind of color that looks good on it.
Yeah.
So if anyone thinks that choosing the colors and everything is just easy, that's all we're doing, I challenge you to look through all of the colors that are available in that catalog and try to put them together and make it work, because
you're
it's
100% right. People that are saying that this is easy, they're wrong, because I think there's some like when you throw a side patch in there, it makes it exponentially harder to get right.
Yes.
So, like I think if you just did a solid colored hat with a logo on the front or whatever, an unvisor, blah, blah, blah. But every time you add another element, it becomes exponentially harder to get it right. You can make these wrong really easy. I mean,
and the shades that are in the PDF don't match the shades of the actual embroidery in person too.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's easy to probably get a color mixed up or get it wrong, and it doesn't look exactly like you thought it would.
Yeah.
Well, now
Let's
you can
move on.
laugh.
Let's move on to the next character. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but now you can laugh, Danny, when someone says, "Oh yeah, just make it blue." You flash
Yeah.
back the 8 different blues there are.
Yeah, which one?
There's literally 25 different blues in there. Before we move on though, I do have to say one thing. Danny, your penmanship is fantastic.
I was thinking about that. We need to hire him next year for the
Yeah, we
fees,
do.
The
Yeah,
fees penmanship
that's beautiful.
to write on the cards for us.
Thanks. I'll do that.
My
So-
penmanship's not bad either, Danny. They're talking about themselves. They speak for
Yeah.
themselves.
Pierre's is good. Danny's
This is good,
great.
but the Danny's, man,
Yeah.
that's good work.
Years of studying drafting in school kind of helped a little bit on that. So next up we have Chun-Li, which is one of the most famous core characters on there. This one I chose the Chicago script C to match kind of the design patterns that are on her dress or kimono or whatever you want to call it. I chose the blue to match. Now the blues, obviously I'm working with whatever markers that I have available here. So trying to match that up with, like, once again, that what's in the catalog, it's going to come a little bit different, but the overall shade and idea is there. I kind of like sketched out whether I wanted to keep the undervisor gold, or if I wanted to go with that rust color, which matches her stockings, and that's what I ended up going with.
Gotcha.
And this one you'll see later that I had originally chose the white squatchy at the top, but I was convinced not to go with that. So you'll see that in the change on the actual hat as well.
Yeah, this is nice as well. I can't wait to show this one, man. This one came out really
one's
well
good.
too, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So-
let's go to the next one.
Here's Ryu. This was a given.
Mhm.
And Ryu, just based off his tattered gi, I had obviously dealing with a lot of minor league and searching for minor league teams and coming across them. I had recognized the Reading Phillies, who changed to the Reading Fighting Phillies. They had this R that looked tattered, and that was just easy for me to choose that one. I searched for that patch, that anniversary patch that they had for Reading, and put that on there and chose metallic to go with it, and just straightforward. It's just white, two-tone black, red undervisor, red eyelets. What I did with this pack too is there's a lot of core characters that you would think automatically should be on here as well. And I tried to change the color palette so that you didn't have overlapping hues of the same color. So since I chose like Chun-Li, that's predominantly blue, I didn't go with any Honda or a Saget this time. Ryu, since I chose Ryu, I decided to leave Ken out, which some people might think is blasphemy, but I will say that maybe there's a chance there's a round 2 and we get
Yeah,
around
so
to some
round
other
2.
characters.
Yeah, say something for round 2. It's all good.
No,
Now-
I like how you specifically use that front logo with the tattered R, man. Just that's a really that's a detail. That's a detail that a lot of people would have missed, but I think that's a fantastic choice, man.
Mhm. Even fits the headband too.
Yeah, and you have the gold with the patch that kind of matches the script on his belt.
It's black belt.
Mm-hmm.
Badass. All right, let's
Now-
take a look at the next one.
Well,
Go ahead.
has Sneakertown done a minor league hat before?
I
Well,
think they
well,
might have
this-
done it way in the past, like before I came along.
Okay.
I think Kenny
Right.
mentioned that they had done some, but not too many. I kind of pushed that idea and asked that when I was coming up with the idea. I was like, would you let me choose minor league teams? And he was like, go for it. He gave me the green
Okay.
light. And obviously choosing the minor league teams, then comes the problem with submitting them and hoping
Yeah.
that they get
approvals.
approved, because I heard beforehand that the minor league teams usually take a little bit longer and are a little bit harder to get approved.
That is for certain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's take a look at the next one.
Okay,
Now-
so this one was the first teaser, and unfortunately, due to an unspecified snag, Blanka did not make it in the current run.
Okay.
Where we're hoping that he will make it in an appearance eventually. If not, once again, possibly for a round 2. But it's not in hand for this drop, unfortunately, which
Could
was
be
kind of
just
bummed.
late. Could just be late too.
Yeah.
Could be. And if for any reason he does pop up relatively shortly, then we would drop him separately. But this one I went with Bakersfield, the Blaze, that some people might be familiar with. Toppers has and Hat Club have released retros of this. This one came to me because of the position that Blanka gets into when he's about to electrocute you. He looks like he's balled up. And as you see on maybe, I think the image got cut up. When he electrocutes you, in the game, you get like a skeleton, like X-ray version of
X-ray,
you
yeah.
being shocked. So what I did is I transferred that skeleton bone to the B with just the black and white. Then you have Blanka, would symbolize the crouching baseball. And then I had like the shock yellow or neon yellow to resemble the electrocution, outlining the entire thing. And then you have the flames kind of symbolizing his hair.
Nah, it's badass, dude.
Man.
Went with a California
This is the
League
one when
patch.
I saw the mock-ups, I was more like, so when they were en route to me, I'm like, oh man, this is the one that I was most excited for. Now that doesn't mean there's 2 others that I think are right there with us that we're about to see. But this one, if this does hit, and I'm sure it's just like the orders just scattered. I mean, that's happening to everybody right now.
Yep.
But I'm hoping this one makes it, man, because this thing is insane. This would be one of my favorite minor league hats of the year, man, if it were in my hands right now.
Mhm.
Definitely right up there.
Crazy.
Yeah, this was one of the ones that I was looking forward to. So I was a little bummed when I found out that it didn't make it.
Okay,
Chose
man.
a California League patch. There's metallic copper elements into it. What you'll see is me kind of like deciding what we were going to do as far as the brim and the undervisor on the left hand side. And then I will say that hopefully when it does show up, it did stay true to what the final decision was, and we went with a 2-tone. So it's going to be that smaller B at the bottom there, mock-up with the rust 2-tone brim with the orange undervisor. Yeah,
That's nice.
I felt with the baseball being also the lime green, it was too much lime green up top, so I decided to change it to a 2-tone.
Beautiful.
Cool.
All right. Let's move on to the last 2 hats, which I think are crazy.
This one.
So Akuma, I went with the Altoona Curve, which was at the time a minor league team hat that I had just acquired on my own, like as far as the vintage collection is concerned. And that just stood out to me as far as the kanji on his back lit up. And then the baseball with the smoke trail representing the Hadouken from Akuma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then it was just a matter of the idea of putting the A part of the Altoona to get it multiple different shades to make it look like it's glowing, just as that inspiration image. This took the longest putting together with the rep on the phone, because it was choosing between all those different shades of pink and violet and purple to get them aligned the right way to make it look like it's glowing.
Gotcha.
And then it did the layers of the smoke once again to match the Hadouken. Chose a dark kind of slate blue to match his gi.
Yeah.
Skin tone for the undervisor. It's kind of like that, almost like a weathered wood kind of
Dude, this thing is
tone.
insane, man.
Yeah. And then I found this specific all-star patch for the year that the Altoona Curve hosted for their respective league. And that one, I believe the rep might have had to reconstruct that patch because the only image I found of it was on a souvenir baseball. That's it. I could not find a PDF or anywhere for that patch. So I think he reconstructed. So we had to wait for a little bit before we could mock up the colors.
Gotcha.
So before we go into the last hat, Leon, I know how much you love this kind of stuff. What are you thinking?
Thinking I need to see the finished product and how do I get my hands on it. No, this so
No,
far.
but how excited are you? Because you love the creation process.
Yeah.
Man. You know,
Yeah.
you and I talk about this all the time. So what are you thinking, man? I mean, this is impressive stuff. I mean,
This is it takes someone with advanced sports knowledge to know like which logos to use and what side patches, and this is high level stuff, man. I'm really impressed, Dan.
very
This,
thoughtful.
I'm just impressed that this is your first go around at it. Like the level of detail and thought you've put into each one of these so far, as it being your first pack, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when Sneakertown approached me, and I mean, I couldn't answer quickly enough when Kenny texted me and asked me if I wanted to work together, and I took that mentality like go big or go home, because if I screwed it up, who knows if I would have ever had a chance to design anything else after
Right.
this. So I took the time to make sure that I chose everything and laid it out exactly like I wanted.
You did it. I'm really excited to show everybody. What I would like to ask before we go into the last mock-up, folks, we only have 43 likes in here, 105 people watching. Again, this is free content. We're showing off some cool stuff. Danny's kind of pouring out his creation process here. I'd love to see us get closer to that 75 mark. We have 105 people in here. Let's hit that like button, please. And we're going to move forward here, but I really would love it if you guys hit that like button. Again, we're about 300 subscribers away from 10,000. And we'd love to show Danny some love here, Sneakertown some love here. Hit that like button. With that, let's move on to the last mock-up.
This one might break the internet.
Yeah.
This one might
Yeah.
And
break
how can
the
you
internet.
not like
This-
what you're sitting in right now?
This was
Let's go.
Well, listen, before Danny, before you get into this, right? Some people don't like to see how things are made. I get there's different.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I absolutely
Yeah.
enjoy seeing this because
Mhm.
it makes me connect to the product better. But there are folks out there, hey, show me the hats, show me the hats.
right.
Sure.
I see that popping through in the chat.
But that's the way it is, man. We got to build up to it, right? We got to treat this creation like a lady, man.
Absolutely.
All
So as you'll notice, there is no sketch on this one, but
don't tell them
boss.
what you used yet. Just
don't tell them. Okay,
No, we'll use that hat last. So don't tell them what hat we used. Just this is one of them, right?
The final
this is
boss.
one of them. So major character here. This one, I will say I had to think outside of the box, and Kenny helped me a little bit on this one because this one I was stuck with the character himself and his primary colors. But
Yeah.
what you'll see with the hat is that I can't do that because the character's within the logo. So I can't use the same primary color on the whole overall hat and have the character dressed as himself on the hat. So what I ended up doing was using the specific image on the left, this kind of watercolor painting, and use his cape as inspiration for the primary color of the hat, and broke it up from there as far as the two tones. And I mean, you'll see this one is kind of Captain Obvious as far as who's going to be chosen here.
Yeah, but I'd love to hear it in the comments. I'd like you all to choose which logo you think was used for this. So there's multiple. I see everyone saying the Bison. Okay, we'll say you're right there, right? But which of the Bison logos do you think was used here? Write that in the comments, and we'll see. That'll be the last hat that we show in hand. But fellas, are you ready to show these off in hand?
Yeah, that just speaks to good collaboration. You know, sometimes people want to collaborate, but they just want to end up making their own hats. So for you guys to go back and forth a little bit, that's cool, because
Mhm.
You know, you making like someone just making your hat is not, to me, is not really collaboration. So, you know,
Yeah,
kudos to you and the
that
team there.
one. Yeah, that one I dragged on a little bit because it kept on kind of like racking it as far as which way I was going to go. And then he was
Mhm.
like, I showed him the images I was working off, and he was like, "What if we use that cape?" And I was like, you know what? I think that might work.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I haven't seen these, so
So let's start. We'll go in order, right? So I'm gonna show
Yeah.
off the first one.
boom. Proper military flag too. I like that touch
Mhm.
because this tattoo's backwards in the
Yeah,
game.
on that image it came out backwards, but
Yeah.
This is good looking.
It is.
Simple.
Rust under.
I have to say, man, after seeing the mock-ups and whatnot, this is a perfect hook, man. Perfect.
Yeah, you gotta go the rust bottom to match his boots.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right,
that
ready?
one I was on the fence whether I did a skin tone kind of under visor, but I went with the boot color instead to go with the camo.
Everyone, please hit that like button, or I'm not showing the last hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one. The Chun-Li.
I like it.
Dang.
Which blue is that? That's not a Zor blue. Which blue you under using?
This one, let's see. I think it was Southwest.
Yeah, that's a good blue.
Yeah.
It's a Zor on your on
Yeah.
the blueprint, and I was like, that's
It was
not gonna be a
either
blue.
that one or the Southwest, and I think I went with the Southwest.
Good
This is
choice.
beautiful. This came out beautiful, Danny.
So this one with the patch as opposed to the sketch that I originally did,
Right.
it changed throughout. I was afraid it was going to be washed out, and I was still a little bit afraid when I first saw a pic of it. But in hand, I think with the embroidery and the metallics, it
Mhm.
breaks it up nicely.
This one's
Very smart, man. This is just
Oh,
a
look at that.
brilliant choice in terms of front logo.
mm-hmm.
Good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
this
apologize,
one
dude.
is crazy how much it's exactly like I drew it out. That one just
Again, a
leaps
good
off the
look at
page.
that patch. Do you see it good?
Mm-hmm.
That red just pops, explodes off.
Mm-hmm.
Or you kind of get a good look at it here. I mean, it looks nice, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah. And you went
Alright.
optic there, or is that chrome?
Yeah, this is
Optic?
optic white.
Yeah, brave. I like it. I like it. That's a good hat, man. That's a good hat.
All right. We're at 67 likes. Everyone, please hit that like button, or I'm not showing the curve.
Altoona.
I'll take a sip of my drink.
I think their mascot is Al the Tuna.
Ghetto Fab. That Mariners is not gonna go first. I can
No.
guarantee that.
No, nah.
You
Can
haven't
I-
seen the one that's gonna go first yet.
I don't think I'll offend you, Danny, at the end if I rank them. Would that wouldn't
No.
offend you? Right?
No,
I'll rank them too.
Look at this son of a bitch right here. This thing.
It's all the neon colored.
Is just gorgeous.
So look at that patch.
nah. You killed
First
that
time
one.
we've seen it.
And that's kind of like the fireball too. Nah, you killed this one. This is gonna be hard to rank them.
Mike Salazar, we did show it already at the beginning of the show, so it's kind of hard to do it at the same time as I'm showing these.
This is a cool.
Yeah, Danny, I think we have a sizable difference in the quality of our cameras.
Yeah.
And that patch. Whew.
Good job on that patch, Danny.
Yeah, you killed this, man. Danny, you killed this thing.
2022 is gonna be the year we make minor leagues cool again.
Yes.
All right.
Final boss.
See here. We have 100 people in here, 75 likes. I am not showing this hat until we get to 95. 20 likes. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Jason, Leon, if you haven't hit your like button, hit that like button.
I hit it.
twice.
I hit it.
I hit it twice.
In fact, I'm gonna
Danny,
unhit
yeah,
it just so
that
I can hit
button.
it
It's
again.
time to hit that like button, big fella. It's time. It's time. All right, so let's see where we're at now. We got 75 likes in here. You're about to see. It may not be my favorite hat in the pack, right?
Really?
Nah, the one I'm about to show may not be, but I think it's probably going to be the biggest hat of the pack.
Okay.
But let's see here. Where we at? We're at 76 likes. That ain't enough. 81. Let's get 4 more likes in here. We'll move forward. 4 more likes. Come on.
Briss, you better be hitting that like button because you've been begging for us to show the Bisons the whole damn show. So you better have hit that like button.
It's a good time too to bring up like Sneakertown, man. They were a FIFTY award winner as well, right?
Yep.
Yep.
What did they win? Best side hustle?
And maybe Rising. Did they get Rising Star?
No.
My memory is so bad.
Oh, maybe they did. No, Rising Star. No.
Anthem
We haven't announced that yet, so please keep that to
Oh, my
yourself.
bad.
God, damn it,
Did they?
Leon.
But
Did
they
they
did
in
win
the stores. That was in the
We didn't do
stores.
That was
What
Rookie of the Year.
Rising Star is a creator.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I
bad.
know they were nominated for a bunch. I can't remember.
Leon's at. You're acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, Leon.
No, I'm not. I'm acting like I don't have good short-term memory. That's what I'm acting like.
No, seriously, no.
I don't remember nothing.
Leon, honestly, the Rising Star one is in the people section, creator
Okay.
section. All right,
Okay.
so let's go. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm not.
The final boss. Bell Rock.
M. Bison.
Yeah,
I'm
so
so figured
that
here
was
people-
just so obvious to choose Bison because of the namesake. Also, he's doing Bison's move, which is possibly one of the
Slide.
most annoying video game fighting
The
moves.
slide. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure friendships were tested using that move. So that was a given. We could have gone with a flip with a teal upper and purple highlights, but we decided to go with the purple instead. And if I'm not sure if you can see on while Pierre is showing it, the side patch and the batterman on the back, I used that pearlescent thread.
Okay.
So it kind of reflects, you can see it, the iridescent
that-
part of it.
That move when he does that, that charge move.
And if you're familiar with the Bison and the breakup of the Bison Buster on there with the embroidery, it kind of sucks because I wanted to do kind of his like shins and his forearms with the metal gauntlets that Bison has. But as you know, that also changes his face silver. So
Right.
I couldn't do that. So I kind of just kept them as a Bison and just went
Sure.
with the overall red.
Yeah, I think it's a good call to do the purple too over the teal.
Yeah. So what I did is I did the metallic silver outline to tie in his gauntlet and then the gray undervisor.
Just so everyone's aware too, you can't use this anymore.
Just
shot
shot
up.
up
Oh,
your
that's
The side patch.
resale value just shot up
Yeah,
14%.
you can't use
Didn't
the
even
side
know that.
patch anymore. So, you know, that's some top secret news, but you can't use that anymore. But I don't know about you guys. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, what's the hype behind this Bison's logo? Like,
Someone
like,
explain
shut
it
up,
to me.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone
I don't
explain
have
it
to
to me.
explain this to you. If I have to explain this to you, you don't belong in my circle. This is a good ass looking hat, man. That's a great logo, man.
it's a big,
Nice job.
beautiful logo. It's a big, beautiful logo. That's why people love it. You need a lot of colors in there.
BBL.
How you ranking these, Pierre?
Oof.
You want me to rank them first? Or do you
I
guys
mean,
want?
Jay, you
Why
want
don't
to
you
rank
guys
them?
pick your two, why don't you guys pick your two favorites? You want to do that?
I'll rank the whole damn thing.
All right, what do you got, Jason?
What you got?
All right. So I'm gonna keep the Blanka out of there because it's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the ones we have in hand.
Ones we have in hand. Number 5, I'm going. Is it Guile?
Guile.
Guile. Sorry. I when I play the games, I don't know the names. I just play them. Yeah, I'm going with that one first. That's number 5.
All right.
Now this is where it starts to get really tough. Dude, I gotta go with Akuma at number 4.
You gotta tell me who the fuck they are.
The purple
Altoona.
tuna curve.
Altoona.
Altoona curve.
What? That's your number 4? You're on
I
crack.
know. No, I like the other 3 better, man.
Come on.
I do.
All right.
All right.
I do.
What's next?
Then we'll go with Chun-Li, the Chicago White Sox.
That one I can figure out.
Yeah. That one's good. Then we'll go with Ryu at number 2, and number 1, M Bison.
All right. All right. Leon, what you got?
All right, number 5.
Everyone out there, I want to hear your top 5. Go in order. Like, how are you ranking them? Best
Number
to,
5.
best to least favorite.
Number 5, we're gonna go with my countrywoman Chun-Li, Chicago, coming at number 5. It's a good one. White button would have set it off though.
Yeah.
It's still a killer hat though. Number 4, we're gonna go. This is hard. Guile, number 4. This is a perfect hook,
It's a perfect hook.
but something's got to come in number 4. Number 3, Ryu.
Exactly.
Number 3, Ryu. Perfect hook again. I'm scared of optic white, but I won't be scared of that hat. That hat is a beautiful hat.
I love that tattered logo
Mhm,
and the reason why you use it. That's
Yeah.
what makes a difference to me.
Yep. That's why it
Leon,
got
where you
number
going
2 on my
next?
list.
I'm gonna go off the board.
Yeah, you're doing what I'm gonna do, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna take M Bison number 2. This is still a beautiful hat. This is a must-have hat though. And then number 1, he killed it. Altoona
Yeah.
curve.
All right, so I got a slightly different list. I'm gonna go through it. All right, Leon, I knew you were gonna do what I did, so you son of a
How did
bitch.
you know that?
Last,
Okay.
did you know that, Leon? Did you think I was going that way?
No, I didn't know you were gonna do that.
Danny knew because I told him which one I liked best.
Okay.
But Seattle one I'm coming. Listen, perfect hook, tremendous. The reason why I put it at number 5, for me personally, is the least wearable for me. That
Right.
doesn't mean it's not a great hook. It's actually probably the best hook. It's the cleanest and simplest hook. But it's just not as wearable as the rest for me. Coming in next, I'm going here. I do listen. I'm okay with the tonal button, honestly. But either way, it would have been fine. This hat is fantastic, super wearable. It doesn't matter if it's a hook or not. This is a clean hat. Number 3, man, I think that tattered look sets it off for me, man. That makes a big difference, believe it or not, to me. I love 2 tones. This one's done right. That red pops off the white. Great use of side patch. I love the metallic in there. This is my number 3. Number 2, I'm going Bisons. Now, listen, the only reason why this is number 2 is because that's how highly I think of number 1. It's not because this hat isn't worthy of being the best in the pack. It's more the number 1 hat to me is just far and away the best. Now, I know this one right here, for anyone wondering, I'll be clear with you. This is the one that's going first. Anyone who thinks any hat but this one's going first, you don't know hats right now.
Right.
You don't have a pulse on the hat community. This thing will be gone in seconds. You can have 2,000 of these and they would sell. But number 1 for me, there's something about the 3D embroidery on the front of this Altoona curve hat that's just different. I mean, it just pops. Like, I don't know if you can get a good look at it with my camera, but it just pops. And the hook is perfect. A unique side patch that it's got almost like Houston Astro vibes to it. It's a cool looking patch. Great undervisor choice. Love that. Just a fantastic hat. This is my number 1. This will not make my top 100 only because I've already done my top 100 for the year, but I may have to find a way to slide this in somehow because I did get it in hand. But this thing is, oh my God, this is beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's my top 5.
It's like picking. I mean, I could redo the order right now. It's just,
yeah,
they're all great. They're all great.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Danny, one question before we talk about the availability or where people can get them. So, what's your favorite now that you've seen them all?
For me, I am going to have to agree with, I guess, you guys, or at least with Pierre and Leon, the Akuma, the Altoona, just because I know that how much time I spent on it to get it right, and the fact that I don't think anyone's ever done an Altoona custom hat before. So that one was a little bit nervous if we were going to get that back as approved or not. So once it did, and then seeing it in hand and seeing all of those colors and the time that I spent with the rep to get that right, and the fact that it seems more 3D than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my favorite.
I'll show it one more time for everyone just to kind of get a look at that. How, like, I mean, come on, dude. This thing is.
Yeah, it's got the
Thing is-
fireball in there. It's got
Yeah,
the
this
letter
thing-
from his jacket. Like, come on, man.
This thing's fantastic,
Unique
man.
side patch.
Yeah, if you look at it, there's four layers. If you include the actual A, there's 3 more layers of embroidery or colors next to it outlined.
Yeah. Listen, this is fantastic. Now let's talk about what's happening. So Sneakertown is known for feeding the locals first. So I want to get that out of the way.
Yes.
Now, if I could, Danny, before you get into it, right, I just want to kind of preface it with a couple of things. For me, like, you know, Danny's about to outline which store you can get it at and the fact that you can get it online afterwards. But I would start talking seriously with folks that you know in the area of this store if you're looking for a proxy, because I would start, especially if you're going to try to get the whole set. I'm not sure how likely that is. Probably not very likely. So you should start planning out what you want to do. And I will say, these are all made in China. Just folks asking. So we all know that of late, China has been the better place to get a hat from. So they're all China, all poly. So keep that in mind. I tried every one of them on downstairs. Every one of them fit well. So I was happy with that. Now, Danny, talk about which store you can get it at, and everyone remember, start lining up your proxy if you really want to go after the Bisons or one of these other hats, because I mean, listen, some of these might be tough to come by.
Okay, so they're going to do an in-store drop first at the Cutler Bay location, which is the one that's closest to me and the one that I frequent. So I'm assuming that Kenny wants to do that as a nod to where it started. So it's going to be on Sunday at 10 a.m. It's going to be one per each design, so someone can get the whole set, but they can't double up on a particular design.
Okay.
And then, of course, whatever's left over will then be dropped online at a specified time. This is going to be crazy. I'm going to be there for the drop. And so this will be my first experience. I know that they've had lineups in the past at Miami Gardens, but nothing as big, I think, at Color Bay. So this will be a nice kind of draw to people to that location.
Yeah.
And like Pierre says, if you know anyone that's local, I would assume any of the customers from the Miami Gardens North location will probably be taking a stroll down south. But we'll be there on Sunday, ready to go.
Nah, man, love it, man.
I will say that for you guys that might end up missing it online, we have discussed it, and just to let you guys know that we are going to eventually do a restock, but of course with everything that's going on with New Era, that may be down the road a bit. So if you really want them, like Pierre says, try to see if you can get a proxy local.
Well, listen, man, the one thing I brought up around that Bison's logo presents a
Yeah,
problem.
that.
So, you know, for those, so that may have to get altered a little bit or something, but just so everyone's aware, like that, I'm like 99% sure you can't use that side patch anymore. So I mean, that's the one that's probably, geez, good luck.
Yeah, if that is the case, we'll decide what we do, whether we go patchless for if we do a round 2, or if I find another patch. But yeah, if you want it as is right now, then that will be, as they're saying in the chat, panic.
Is that a busy sneaker town, the one in Cutler Bay, or?
It's been busy because Kenny's told me that they've been slammed pretty hard recently, like with a lot of walkthrough traffic.
Good. All right. Well, listen, this was fantastic, and I want to say, Danny, you killed this, man. The attention to detail is impressive. And you know, I can't wait. The Simpsons pack is got to be on its way too. I mean,
Mhm.
these are impressive, man, and I'm really proud of the work you did. I also want to thank you for sharing it with me, and trusting me with the design process ahead of time, so I can kind of see you kind of work through the process, because I do love seeing that too. I love seeing someone start something and kind of and see it all come to fruition. And this came together beautifully. I'm not a Street Fighter fan. I was never a video game guy, right? But when I see stuff like this and how it all connects, man, it's just it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love it. So listen, this was great. Leon, Jason, thank you for joining us to do this. And again, I couldn't be more impressed or proud of the work you did here, Danny. So nice work.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna miss this show, that's for sure. This is
Yeah.
a fantastic pack.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Beautiful.
And thank you, Pierre, for letting me reach out to you that first time, since this was the first time that I was ever doing a pack and design myself. So I wanted to make sure that I was doing something that people would want.
And you did. And again, it was fantastic. So with that, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys are dropping a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Podcast still available on all major streaming platforms for Jason, Leon, Pierre, and Danny V.